May mga gagawa pa ba yung Supreme Court natin? Pwede pa bang ma-compel ng Supreme Court yung gobyerno natin to ask ICC, pakibalik nga yung aming pinadala dyan sa inyo?
No. Highly unlikely.
No return, no exchange, ha?
Those who destroy my country, I will kill you.
Trabaho kayo at ako ang managot.
Merong ibang mga lawyer nagsasabi, sabi nila, yun daw opening statement is not usual in that kind of court. Or even in the Philippines actually for trial. Ano po yung mga nasabi niya ron?
Well, at the first instance, he mentioned that Duterte had been kidnapped. And that was not under the purview of the proceedings at that time and by the court. So, parang okay, noted. That was, I wouldn't say improper, but it was really shocking, I would say, for the court. There have been previous incidents that defense lawyers or even the prosecution would make politically charged statements, but not to the extent of kulang na lang kasi atakihin yung court. At the end of the opening statements or of the pre-prepared speech, it would seem as if there was a question as to the jurisdiction of the court, but at the same time, there was an appeal for the court to grant relief. So there was a little bit of cognitive dissonance na parang kinidnap siya, kawawa naman siya, dapat hayaan niyo siyang makalaya. Pero itong korte na to ay hindi naman diniretso, pero walang kakayahan at wala siyang jurisdiction. Pero sayo pa rin kami lalapit. So I guess the prosecution has to shape up because there are contending and actually clashing arguments that it has to present before the court. First, the issue of interim relief or interim release rather, which the court will grant, and then questioning the jurisdiction of the court, which says that the court cannot grant or should not have jurisdiction over Duterte in the first place.
Pero alam na natin kung because they will be arguing their case for jurisdiction. We're expecting that in the coming weeks until September 23. At yun na nga yung magiging argumento nila, extrajudicial rendition daw, yung pagkakabigay ng gobyerno natin to The Hague ng person of former President Duterte. What do you think of that argument? Kasi I'm sure yun din na ipipresenta nila.
So one, before the court, that's a non-issue. These states have pertinent and specific duties. Pag hindi nila yung ginawa, they can be taken to account through the assembly of state parties, not at the hearings of the chambers. So actually, the recourse of Duterte would be if he's claiming that there are irregularities in his arrest, the extraordinary rendition and so forth. These are just irregularities, to be frank, because they do not specifically question the jurisdiction of the court. Kumbaga parang nakawawa ako. And his remedy would be to ask for compensation before the court. As to the other side of it, that, the violations are so grave that this divests the court of jurisdiction. It is the violations that they have raised do not seem to be of such magnitude that would convince the court that it has no jurisdiction over Duterte at this point. Sa atin din kasi, pwede mong sabihin yan na sa sobrang lala ng human rights violation, ng constitutional rights violations, yung korte hindi makakakuha ng jurisdiction dun sa tao. Kasi parang fruit of the poisonous tree, similar to that. Parang mali yung pagkuha, ibig sabihin, mali din yung magiging produkto. We've seen that in several cases, that the court will say that the human rights violations are so great, yung pagkaka-aresto sa'yo, binugbog ka, pinaaming ka, kaya ka na-convict. In this case, it's just irregularities really. And this would not divest or take away the jurisdiction of the court. The proper process would be really to go, to question them. And then if the court rules otherwise, then go to trial on the merits.
Mukhang yan ang pare-parehong opinion ng mga lawyer actually, except of course the lawyers of the president. Pero kung yung ICC mismo babaliwala na yung mga questions over its jurisdiction dahil meron na nga sila, nasa kanila na si President Duterte. May mga gagawa pa ba yung Supreme Court natin? Kasi there are several petitions before the Supreme Court. Kahit pwede pa bang ma-compel ng Supreme Court yung gobyerno natin to ask the ICC, pakibalik nga yung aming pinadala dyan sa inyo.
No, highly unlikely. And i-preface ko lang na yung mga decisions ng court tungkol sa arrests of third parties or third party states na yung mga non-members ng ICC, hindi na nila pinapasok yung tungkol dun sa jurisdiction. Kumbaga, or legality of the arrest. Nung nakuha na nila, wala na silang pakialam whether member state or non-member state. All the more kung non-member state. Anong pangahawakan mo dyan? Can the Supreme Court of a non-member state ask the ICC for relief? No, because they are separate, and considering that they have different jurisdictions, they have different authorities, they cannot order each other to do something or not do something or do something improperly. That is very basic. Kumbaga, hindi makikialam ang korte na may ibang charter dun sa korte na may ibang pinaghahalawan ng authority. Sa Pilipinas, that's the Constitution. Sa ICC, that's the Rome Statute. And they're very different statutes or laws. Kung iniisip na, what if through the Philippine government? Because the Supreme Court can only order Philippine authorities. So the Supreme Court is judicial branch. It could either order the legislative branch or the executive branch to do something. Unfortunately, the executive branch now cannot compel the ICC. All the more, kung baga yung presidente ng Pilipinas hihingin na, oy, babawiin namin. Hindi, unless it enters into the proceedings, and one, yung conditions din would be, I would imagine, mag-enter siya after saying na mag-disengage. Sabi ng Pilipinas, ay, nagkamali pala kami ng arrest, and ask the court for relief. But the court will, I think, stand for, it has jurisdiction. I know that this is the person against whom a warrant of arrest has been issued, and he has to stand trial.
No return, no exchange, ha?
Parang ganon. Ang meron lang, sayang. Sabi ko nga, kung member state sana tayo, I don't know if this will fly because this hasn't been done. Wala pa namang ex-member state na pwedeng na nag-participate sa isang court proceeding or natuloy sa kaso. If after conviction and he has been sentenced to imprisonment, a member state will volunteer to take him in. Kung member pa sana tayo, pwede nating i-offer ang bilibid. So, babalik siya ng Pilipinas sa ganung sitwasyon. Hindi na tayo member. I don't know if a non-member state can come in and say, uy, by the way, can we make an exception? I think the court will look through it or at least consider. Hindi naman niya i-thumb down. But I don't know if even the Philippine government will consider that. Kung Marcos will even think of that, returning Duterte to the Philippines. But then again, trial can take years, and we don't know who the next president after Marcos will be. And I don't know if someone from their camp will win and ask for that kind of relief.